Have you ever watched CNBC or the Fox Business Channel and seen all the talking heads and the financial analysts sitting around trying to figure out whether the market is going back into a bull run, whether the leading economic indicators are pointing towards another recession? Well, that's how I feel today. Let me tell you guys, the betting week started on Tuesday and I had been on a roll. I mean, I had won 46 of 72 days. I'd won 15 of the past 22 and no ifs, ands, or buts. Made a ton of money the previous 10 months or 10 weeks. I only wish it was 10 months. And then this betting week started. And then I lost on Tuesday. And then I lost on Wednesday. And then I lost on Thursday, Friday. And then yesterday, I was all in. My God, what a bad pick on Michigan State. So I would say that officially that I'm nearing a recession at the moment. If I had to be a financial analyst, I'm in a recessionary period at the moment, which doesn't mean I'm not going to win today, but whew, I'll tell you what, I can afford to lose 5 straight days, but I hate taking you guys down with me. Michigan State? What the hell was I thinking? Oh, my God. Urban Meyer kicked the Spartans, green and white, what's yesterday. Oh, my. Well, let's talk about some winning handicappers because that conversation obviously excludes me at the moment. Quick congratulations going out to Scott Delaney yesterday. First ever 200-dime play in college football in his career. And how easy was that one? Kansas State proving to be a fraud as TCU kicked their you-know-whats last night in Fort Worth, and you got that first ever 200-dimer for just $44 last night, a savings of $75 off the regular purchase price. With 50 dime plays or higher over the past 3 years in all sports, $10 bettors have now won over $40,000 following Scott's betting advice. Today, second biggest play of the season once more, 100-dime interconference game of the year, Giants and Seahawks. You save $85 by using coupon code SCOTT, S-C-O-T-T. Just as strong as the 100-dime winner, you got at a discounted price for $39 on Friday night with Temple getting the cover against Memphis. And, of course, hit a 100-dimer on Wednesday night with Northern Illinois in the road route of Ball State. 69-41 run in all sports the past 3 years with 100-dime plays for Scott Delaney. Craig Davis, a guy who I've talked to about many, many times here. He joined the site about 7 years ago, was at the time president of fantasyfootball.com. Well, guess what his specialty is? It's football. I first became aware of Craig because it seemed inevitably when I was doing like 30, 40 radio interviews a week a couple of years back, and this is going like 6 or 7 years, it seemed like either Craig was before me or Craig was after me, and I kept hearing about this guy, Craig Davis. And of course, when you're doing radio interviews, you have a listen line where the producers put you on hold, and I always used to like to call in early to get a sense of how the flow of the show was going, especially if I wasn't familiar with the hosts. You always want to integrate yourself into the program. You don't want to come in cold and have the host have no idea who the hell you are. So the best way you can accomplish that is to find out what they're talking about and kind of inject yourself into their conversation. And, if they're jokers, or if they're serious guys, kind of go with the flow. So anyway, I used to always hear Craig Davis. He joined the site about 6.5 years ago as a handicapper. Listen, NFL action. The guy has just been on a great run here. Matter of fact, in the NFL, just going back to 2011, he's made $10 bettors. Let me just check the number here. $14,880. And, of course, he's cashed in with 5 out of 6 Super Bowls in his tenure here at the site. Today, not only going for winning day number 15 out of 22, but again, second biggest NFL play of his entire career. He's had only one bigger, and it's on a 100-dime play, number 8 out of 10, and 5 out of 6 in the NFL, including the Patriots over the Broncos last Sunday. It's his NFC Game of the Year, 49ers and Saints. You get it for $75 discount. That's right, $75 discount by using coupon code Craig, his first name. NFL winner number 6 out of 7 overall. Bigger than his 75-dime winner on the Texas Longhorns last night, and bigger than his 50-dime winners on the Browns on Thursday and the Colts on Monday. So that's something to look forward to there. Steve Boonan's Cali Cartel. His number one football crew, 14-5-1 this season after yesterday's 50-dime winner on Georgia Tech. 7-2-1 in the NFL, saved $75 on their 50-dime winner, number 9 out of 10 this football season. It's your Sunday night side, the Packers and the Bears. You save $75 by using the coupon code CALI, C-A-L-I, and I would be remiss if I didn't offer my congratulations to Jeff Benton. Yesterday, once again, hitting the biggest college football release ever in his career. Number 4, his 200-dimer, Georgia Tech. I mean, easy game. Yellow Jackets, a 4-point road favorite at NC State, won 56-23. You got it for just $49. Third straight Saturday, he had a $200 release. Third straight Saturday, you got it at a discounted price, and it won. Today, he has his $75 NFL winner number 3 in a row, his AFC total of the year. You get it for $7.77 by using coupon code Benton777. Listen, all the other coupons, all that kind of crap is over on the homepage. Let's get to some free selections here for you. Let me try to run them down in slight reverse chronological order for you, taking a look at the late games first. I'll tell you what, guys, you got to go with the Broncos because it's the only smart money move to make. Broncos, of course, bushwhacked in the cold and the snow and the ugly, ugly weather at New England last week. Well, now they're in Oakland today against a Raiders team that's 0 for this season and has lost 14 consecutive games. Manning, since he has joined the Broncos, 13-1 straight up, 10-4 ATS versus AFC West rivals. Listen, the Raiders just 8 quarterback sacks on the season. That right there is the statistic that stands out like a sore thumb. I mean, so Manning ought to be able to sit back there and just pick apart that secondary. And it's not like the Raiders can stop the run either, okay? They're number 27 out of 32 teams at stopping the run, giving up 132 yards per game. Quarterbacks are completing 67% of their passes this year. Listen, yes, they lost to the Patriots. Last year after the Broncos lost to the Patriots, they won 4 of their final 5 regular season games. And in 2012, when they lost to the Patriots in the regular season, they then proceeded to win their final 11 regular season games. They have covered their last 6 coming off a straight-up loss by an average score of 38-19. And they've won and covered 5 in a row in this series against the Silver and Black, 34-16. To me, again, how can you go with a Raiders team that has given up 30 or more points 4 times in 8 games already this season? So I'm going to go with Denver minus the points in that particular contest. Let's take a look at that New Orleans game. Everybody is betting the Saints. Naturally, they have pushed this price up to almost 6 points here today at the time in this report, but I would still have to go ahead and lay the points with New Orleans. You got 2 4-4 teams that are going in opposite directions here. That's for damn sure. Saints, of course, having the benefit of extra prep time and after picking up their first road win of the season and getting that monkey off their back last Thursday with the 28-10 rout of Carolina. Of course, their previous home game was 2 Sunday nights ago when they snapped Green Bay's 4-game winning streak with a 44-23 thumping. This is the stat that stands out, okay? The Saints have won 20 consecutive home games when Sean Payton's been coaching. So obviously you're excluding the year he was suspended. They've won 20 straight home games with Sean Payton coaching. They are 18-1-1 against the spread in those 20 games. 18-1-1. If you ain't lining up to bet the Saints every single damn day, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, true. Now you got to deal with the public line move here because people are looking at the 49ers and going, my God, they can't be that bad. And maybe they aren't, but they certainly have played that way. You got shellacked at Denver a couple of weeks ago in that Sunday night game. Then you come off the bye, you're refreshed, you're playing at home against a St. Louis team that was just hammered at Kansas City, and the Rams come in, they sack your quarterback Colin Kaepernick 8 times, and they beat you. So, Saints 11 sacks in the last 3 games. They're not a good defense, so let's be honest, okay? They really aren't. Rob Ryan's defense so overrated, as is Rob Ryan's reputation as a defensive coordinator. When's the last time he fielded a good defense? Dallas? No. New Orleans? No. I mean, and that hair, please. You look like a bum. Get a haircut. Anyway, New Orleans, I'd have to go with them minus the 6 points here. Another early game on the board. It's a do-or-die situation for Dallas. I don't care if Tony Romo's out there with a red cross painted on his back. You got to back Dallas and Romo in this particular spot, I think, today in London against the Jaguars, especially with Dallas coming off the 2 straight losses to put themselves in this precarious position. Jaguars, number 24 at stopping the run, giving them 4.2 yards a carry, 123 yards a game. So DeMarco Murray, you are getting the ball over 20 times, which you have not gotten the ball over 20 times in each of the last 2 games. And I understand why against the Broncos, because your team was down so early. But why last week? Damned if I know, especially when Brandon Weeden was your quarterback. Meanwhile, the Jaguars are coming off a 33-23 loss at Cincinnati, a 27-17 home loss to Miami. They didn't play well in either games, despite what the final score may indicate, giving up 60 points in those 2 losses. They have allowed 27 or more points in 6 games this season. They've also allowed their quarterbacks to be sacked 35 times. That's the worst number in the NFL. Blake Bortles, listen, when he is blitzed, when the rookie is blitzed, he has a passer rating of 28.5, okay? He's been intercepted 5 times, and he's been sacked 8 times. So to me, Dallas, you're teeing off on Blake Bortles today. You're not even worried about Denard Robinson perhaps running the ball against you. Your focus is entirely on putting the pressure on Blake Bortles. Jacksonville, 19 giveaways. That's the second most in the NFL. And those 19 giveaways have resulted in 67 points being given up as well. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys, with Romo back in action, no matter that he's not 100% healthy with the 2 fractured bones in his back, laying the 7.5 points. And, of course, anytime the number crosses 3, 4, or 7, I'm buying up or down the half point accordingly, whether I'm on the favorite or the underdog. A potential trap game here. Kansas City, who I've ridden the heck out of over the past 3 weeks, and they've continually rewarded me, a 1-point favorite at Buffalo. Chiefs off the 24-10 win at home against the Jets. Now, it is true that they do have a home game with Seattle last week, but listen, this is a team that has won 5 out of 6. This is a team that is 6-0-1 against the spread in its last 7 games. This is a team that not only beat the Jets, but hammered the Rams at home and upset the Chargers in their last road game. The Bills are coming off that 40-23 win at the Jets, but that was a gift-wrapped victory courtesy of Geno Smith's 3 first-quarter interceptions in that one. Do you know the Chiefs are 10-1-1 against the spread in regular season road play since Andy Reid took over? They've already played at Denver, at Miami, at San Francisco, at San Diego, going 3-0-1 against the spread in that stretch. These are the Bills, an injury-riddled Bills team. I think you got to go with Kansas City as your final free pick. So that'll do it for today's free selections. One more game. Baltimore, 10-point favorite at home. Ravens coming off back-to-back losses. They're 10-4 ATS run at home, covering 3 of their last 4. Titans just 17 points scored twice in 8 games this season. They got Zach Mettenberger making his first road start. They've failed to cover 6 of their last 7. I look at Baltimore and what they've done at home against bad teams, Atlanta, Carolina, and Tampa. They've won by an average of 38-11. I think if you listen closely, I think they just scored again against Tampa Bay just a couple of minutes ago. So that would be your final free selection. I would go with Baltimore as well. So what did I give you here? I give you Baltimore -10. I give you Dallas minus the 7.5. Could be a trap game, but I still like Kansas City minus the 1. And I'm going to go with Denver and New Orleans as well. So 5 chalks, you know the deal. Probably 3 or 4 of them only come in. And again, these are free plays, but that's the way I see it today. Good luck, guys, and I'll catch you again on Monday.